Welcome to the Rogue Chronicles, where we revisit our past investigations, captured through raw footage and actual evidence. In downtown Springfield, Missouri, the Abou bin Adhem Shrine Mosque has stood as a landmark since 1923. Built by the Shriners in a striking Moorish revival style, it was once the largest auditorium west of the Mississippi. Its name, drawn from a 19th century poem, reflects the mystique of its design. Over the decades, it's hosted everything from presidential speeches to rock legends like Elvis Presley. Nearly a century later, it remains a cornerstone of Springfield's cultural and architectural heritage. What drew us to the Shrine Mosque in Springfield, Missouri, was its long history of paranormal activity. Witnesses have seen a ghost of a child and an elderly man, possibly a former janitor, roaming the halls. Strange sounds such as hammering, glass clinking, even faucets turning on. Lights flickering, sometimes switching on and off by themselves. Cold spots, odd smells, and unexplained EMF meter spikes. That night's investigation had started off smooth. We had just finished setting up equipment and decided to split into teams. The guys would take one side of the building, while the ladies would take the other. As the ladies headed off, little did they know, they were already being followed by a spirit, ready to introduce himself.
You're the guys. You're the guys. You're the guys.
As they settled in, the spirit was still trying to get their attention.
I can hear them, so I'm not sure. A light just came on. Yeah, it just flickered over there. Because there's a motion light next to you. Where did that light source come from? His computer's right around the corner, but it shouldn't have gotten brighter.
Unless something touched it or...
Yeah. Because our computers automatically, if you don't move them, go to sleep.
Yeah, that's how mine said.
That way if we
Like 5 minutes or something, goes
Yeah.
to sleep.
So if we're awake from it for more than 5 minutes, it should go to sleep. But when you're recording on his computer, it won't go to sleep because he turns that off. What the hell?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Where's the light? I don't know. Are you messing with the lights? Are you messing with the lights? Are you messing with the lights?
We're on the upside of the stage in what appears to be dressing rooms.
That was probably Jacob. Okay. So is anybody else here with us? Introduce yourself, please. On the other side of the building, the guys had just started their EVP session, hoping to make contact with any nearby spirits. After a few minutes, one of the investigators asked the question, and it couldn't have been more perfect. It was at that exact moment, from somewhere else in the building, something started making noise. Sounds like we got a motorcycle running by.
Yeah, there's too much of the noise.
Can you finish this? Is there something you'd like to tell us? Do you know what year it is?
Could you tell us where maybe another spirit is hiding out in the building? We really like to communicate with one of you.
As the guys were wrapping up their EVP session, one of the investigators started getting small hits on his EMF meter and noticed some cold spots forming around him. A short time later, as they were leaving the area, they saw something back where they had just come from, and the camera's audio picked up something that confirmed what they saw.
What about the events here? like the plays they put on, or what about the cage fighting? What's your favorite event? Are you the kid from the rock concert that overdosed?
We're getting a K2 hit.
You did?
Yeah, twice. If you are the young kid who overdosed at the concert, what's your name? Are you a male? Are you a female? Very cold around my hand right now. What's your name? Got a lot of lights that time. What do you have to do with the shrine mosque? Were you an entertainer? Were you maintenance? Come on, I saw a shadow in there. Right in that doorway there. Not the first one, the second one.
While the ladies were investigating the main lobby, an area filled with memorabilia and old photographs, one of the investigators pointed out something unusual in the pictures on the wall. As she spoke, a voice was captured on audio. Some believe it to be a name. Others think it was a direct response to the similarities she was noticing. We'll let you decide.
I wonder if we light that candle before we go into that room. And then when we come back out, we throw it out and put it there. So we get to the next chapter room.
Probably.
Yeah.
Just by the looks you get on their faces, they're not smiling. And actually, if you guys have ever get on their faces, they're not smiling. And actually, if you guys have ever get on their faces, they're not smiling. And actually, if you guys have ever
That night, we had a special guest join the investigation. an Elvis impersonator from Branson, Missouri, who shared our interest in the paranormal. Knowing that Elvis himself once performed on that very stage, he decided to sing, hoping it might stir a response. And it seems one spirit appreciated that performance, responding with what sounded like a quick round of applause.
Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes, something meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. Falling in love.
One of the main paranormal claims tied to this location is the presence of an elderly man, possibly a former janitor, still seen roaming the halls. Could the figure in the next series of clips be him? He appears twice, just minutes apart, following the exact same path each time. A second camera, positioned at a different angle facing the same doorway, was too dark to capture movement, but it did record something else. What sounds like heavy breathing of an elderly man.